Hey, what's up, listener? Thank you for pressing play this week on the Jock and Nerd podcast. We are joined by friend of the show, Jasen, from the Voice from the Underground podcast, to geek out about the final Aquaman trailer, Margot Robbie revealing the full title of the Birds of Prey movie, and Venom becoming more successful than every X-Men movie. Plus, we got random news from the nation covering everything from Godzilla to Game of Thrones and so much more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Tuesday, November 20th, 2018.
Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. Jockin', be nerdin'. Be funny, disturbing. Jockin', be nerdin'. Spoiler alert. Oh yeah. Jockin', be nerdin'. Be funny, disturbing. Oh yeah. Jockin', be nerdin'. Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. What's up, listener? Thanks for joining us this week. Welcome to the Jock and Nerd podcast. We're coming at you straight from your mom's basement, giving you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And that Felty over there is Rug Boy. What's up, Rugs?
What's up, motherfuckers?
We have a very special guest this week on the show, live in studio, in the room, sitting across from me.
Ooh.
Please welcome Mr. Jasen Dutch. Jasen Dutch. You can call him Jasen. You can call him Dutch from Voice from the Underground podcast.
You can call me Jasen. You can call me Dutch.
Just don't call him late for dinner. That is a bad joke. From the co-host Voice from the Underground, sir, thank you for joining us this week.
Oh, fuck. Thank you.
It's been
Thanks
a long.
for letting me in your house.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you're at his house?
Yes. He's.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with this guy.
You are in my studio, which is also my dressing room. So I have been naked in this room. Sorry to drop that on you right now.
Well, it was a Tinder hookup.
Yeah, I think he expected more.
I thought I swiped left. Look, if you are a first-time listener, you're going to want to go to the show notes at our website, jockandnerd.com/249. It's going to have links to wonderful articles, videos, trailers, everything we talk about in this episode, how to get in touch with us, where to find the show. And before we start with the geek news, Jasen, I have to apologize to you, mea culpa, for something I did at the end of the show last week. I mentioned
what happened?
What happened was I mentioned how you were so awesome about thinking about me when Stan Lee died for that Stan Lee tribute. And I went back and I was editing the show and I was like, thanks to Jasen and TJ for having me on. And I never said the name of the show.
Oh, you fuck.
Well.
I'm a fucking dummy.
You cost us 0 listeners.
I'm a fucking idiot. Here, Voice from the Underground, Voice from the Underground, Voice from the Underground. That's 3 times, motherfucker.
Well, the first time you screwed up remember my Cubbyhole podcast? And you said, I forgot there was some drama about that, too.
I did call it something. So we have a history of me.
Well, yeah, for the Cubby, he goes,
what did I say?
He was like, I listened to like 5 minutes of it, and then I changed
5 minutes, right.
As he was plugging the show, he's like, I listened to like 5 minutes of it. It's good, but then I changed it.
I'm an ass.
Wait, what? Imran, keep that to yourself, you dick.
I am an ass.
That's why that podcast died.
Anthony
killed the podcast.
You killed the podcast. Good for you, him.
I have that effect on podcast people. If you want me on, reach out. No, we're going to have a great time. And because we're also drinking beer. So strap
Imran,
in.
Don't.
Everyone.
You suck when you drink beer.
I had to have a social beer. Jasen is a guestie. I wanted a beer.
You're
I'm
the
like,
worst when
I'm going to have one
you don't
with
shut
you.
the fuck up.
Now I feel like I should have a beer.
Let's see what happens. Rugs, go get that bourbon. Let's get to the news, you bastards. The Jock and Nerd podcast. Now, Dutch, I know you are a DC guy.
Yes, sir.
You love, even though you were so awesome, he's wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
I love Spider-Man.
To my house for me, and I appreciate that.
Wait till I take it off later.
Oh, do you have a Spider-Man tattoo?
Oh, shit. Everyone's so happy right now.
Seth Morgan, don't be jealous. Okay. But so I want to start with, they dropped the final trailer for Aquaman. Geek Boner. Coming out December 21st. Yep. You guys check this trailer out. Let's get some thoughts. It seemed pretty,
we'll go with the guest
pretty good.
First, you fuck.
Jasen Dutch, you watched this.
I did.
What do you think? What do you think of this
numerous
movie?
times.
Are you hyped for Aquaman?
I am after the trailer because I recognize a couple of elements from the comic.
Yes.
I like everyone who has a brain and a penis in the world, I was not a huge reader of Aquaman as a kid.
Understandable.
He's sort of the butt of the joke. I mean, if you watch Big Bang Theory, I mean, they all didn't want to be Aquaman. Aquaman sucks.
No one wanted to be Aquaman.
But I did go back and read some of the Aquaman origin story back before Justice League. I think it was from New 52.
Yes.
Right after the Justice League Origins, where they
Jeff Johns
talked about Cyborg.
Yes.
So I went back and read stuff back then, about two and a half years ago, and I recognize a lot of what that comic book has in this trailer.
Yep.
It's like, the good news is I kind of think I know what's going to happen. The good news is it should be good. The bad news is I might know what's going to happen already. So,
I mean, they showed us the trench. It's pretty much the straight New 52 kind of origin.
The tidal wave.
And Black Manta. And what did you guys think of this trailer? Anthony, is this going to be a hit for DC? Will this erase Justice League from people's minds?
Looks different than Justice League. There's a lot more color.
Certainly
I think I mentioned that in the last time they had a trailer release. I mean, I agree with Jason, Dutch Jason, whatever the fuck his name is.
Dickhead. Pick one.
That, there's a lot of stuff here from the very recent run with Aquaman with Jeff Johns that had written. And I liked all that stuff when I read it. I mean, I like the movie. Doesn't make me mad or anything. It's actually I am kind of intrigued now to see it. The one thing I'm worried about is it seems like they're tackling a lot of shit in this movie.
Yes. Yes.
2 or 3 or maybe even 4 separate storylines. I mean, I can see at least 2, maybe 3 villains. I can see 2 or 3 different storylines running concurrently. I can see, 5, at least 8, 9 characters. So I'm a little worried that they're overloading this movie with too much, and that might be an issue. But they are going for it in terms of aesthetic, and they are throwing a lot out there. So I admire the
ambition.
There we go. Yeah, the word that kept coming to mind was ingenuity, and that's not the word that I wanted to say at all.
That's a word.
But that's not the right word. Ambition.
I love in this trailer how you see Arthur as a baby and a toddler and a preteen and a teenager and an adult. Is this actual character development we're gonna fucking get from a DC Warner Brothers movie? It's about goddamn time. Ruggs, what do you think of the trailer?
Well, let's see. It looked like a movie.
It's a movie.
It looked like it had a movie, a plot and some character developments and all that fun stuff. Some action, some jokes, multiple bad guys.
But there's a lot going on, and in this trailer, we don't even see the trench. They've shown us the trench in the previous trailer. Where is that going to fit in? I like how we got to see William Dafoe's Volko training him. He looks badass.
Yeah.
And the action looks great. That underwater submarine fucking chase thing, that looks sick. That actually looks like fun. My question is, have they shown too much in these trailers already?
I will say no, because this is a character that is not super heavy popular.
That's a good point.
So you have to try to hit that interest button with people, and I think that there's a lot of good content on YouTube out there, especially I've seen probably 50 or 60 videos. I haven't watched them, but there's 50, 60 videos that popped up in 2 days after that trailer, where people are interested in what the story is now.
Well, that last trailer, though, it was 7 minutes long. They put in 2 whole scenes of the movie. I was like, what the shit is this? You just showing us the movie? I felt like I kind of saw the movie. I hope there's more.
Yeah, I think the strategy for them is what Dutch Jason said.
Wait, Jason Dutch?
Whatever
Jason?
the fucking his name is.
I feel so welcome.
In terms of just they got to sell the character as much as possible. Because not a lot of people know the character. A lot of people think the character is a joke. And honestly, even though they've shown us all these trailers and clips, I'm going to see it, and I am slightly anticipating it, but it's not one of these characters that's so beloved that I remember everything that I've seen. I can't even tell you what I've seen. None of it's stuck with me to the point where I feel like I'll be spoiled.
Oh, okay. So is that good? That's either
me,
good or bad.
I don't know what it is, but I don't remember much of the trailers.
I mean, I'm dying to see Black Manta. And, that looks amazing. Hopefully he has a bigger part. Now in this one, you see him out of the mask, in Atlantis, outside a ship. You see a lot of Atlantis. You see a lot more Dolph Lundgren as King Nereus, who is Mira's dad. So you got that whole thing. Also Creed 2, you'll see Dolph Lundgren. right now, and Creed 2 will be out. So that's pretty exciting. The music, there was theme music. Did you guys notice the Aquaman theme music? I kind of dug it.
I did not.
It was so brief.
It sounded like EDM to me.
It was a little
was
bit
it for this
electronic.
trailer?
Yeah,
It was specifically
it sounded
for this
like,
trailer.
3-6 Mafia, not 3-6 Mafia. Swedish House Mafia.
Fucking Avicii.
Yeah.
3-6
now I have to
Mafia.
listen to it.
So listen to it, much like
especially the last part.
Dude, this is definitely a theme, like Wonder Woman's theme, like the Batman theme, like what they've been doing, Hans Zimmer did in the other movies.
Yeah.
I like that they're assigning themes to these characters. I think it definitely helps keep them memorable. But yeah, there's a little hint of a theme. You even see Atlantis on land in the beginning.
I'm not hearing the EDM.
But you definitely hear a theme.
There's a theme. I just don't. I don't make the EDM connection.
Are you guys familiar with the Aquaman character at all? Any of you?
Yeah, I mean, we've read the.
I read
New
the Jeff
52.
Johns run.
Yeah, the Jeff Johns run.
And I know about his stuff, like his kind of weird stuff prior to that.
So I have a question for you guys, because there's one thing that I'm really looking forward to in this movie. And I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, because I think we can all probably tell kind of
what's going to happen in
what
this
storyline they're taking, which comic arc. But there is actually there's actually, I think, 3 really, really intriguing origin stories for Black Manta. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them or not, but there's one where if DC does this correctly, and I don't think they're going to do it this way, I think they're going to go more with the mercenary backstory for him, where Aquaman accidentally kills his dad.
Yes.
But there is a arc with Black Manta, the original, which is so awesome because he's actually Killmonger.
Oh.
Like he is Killmonger and him are the same.
Is he Atlantean in that one?
No, he's a black guy who wants to bring African Americans under the ocean so they can avoid oppression. And hoard all this power.
Wow.
Whoa. So like he is
Killmonger.
Yeah, he is Killmonger. It's the exact same type of story where he's not doing it because he's racist. He's not doing it because he's a dickhead, but he wants to liberate his people.
He's trying to save his people.
Yeah.
He's their freedom fighter.
I don't know if DC has the balls to do that, but if they do that, and I've heard some rumblings that maybe they did, that could be amazing.
Wow. They can get some of that Black Panther fucking cred.
After that movie. They wouldn't have done it before that movie.
Right.
But after that movie.
But see, now wouldn't you think they'll be like accused of copying fucking
No,
Black
they had
Panther.
the story first.
They did have the story first. DC does it first. Marvel does it better. Black Manta first appeared in 1967. So he's been around for a long time.
He is basically Aquaman's arch nemesis. It's him and King Orm toss up.
The big 2 villains, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the one where Black Manta killed Arthur's father and Arthur killed Black Panther's
father.
father.
I'm familiar with is them killing each other's fathers.
Yeah.
He didn't kill Black Panther's father.
Not Black Panther. Black Manta.
What about Luke's father? Everybody's father is getting killed.
He killed Luke Cage's father.
Luke Cage's father.
Yeah.
Black Manta. Arthur Curry killed
Black
everyone's father. Black Lightning's father.
Oh, they're all dead.
Yes. That's how you become a superhero.
Then he killed Rug Boy's father.
And again, remember, if you have Amazon.
Kermit.
If you have Amazon. Kermit is not your dad. Kermit's his long lost cousin. If you have Amazon Prime, you can see the movie 1 week early.
Yeah, what's up with that? Not on my TV.
No, they're doing a screening the 15th, 7 p.m. at certain theaters that you can only buy tickets if you're Amazon Prime member. So I already noticed on our Facebook group, people are buying each other tickets, helping each other out. If you don't have Amazon Prime, unfortunately, Anthony will be working that weekend. So we're not going to be able. The 15th.
I won't be working.
Oh, you won't? You son of a bitch.
I will be in Vancouver.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You're going to the promised land.
The land that was promised.
It was promised to you.
Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
That's where legal weed started first, baby. That's all I know.
I'll be up there with all the fellow Canucks.
I hear it's beautiful.
I'm excited.
You could visit the set of all the CW shows.
Yeah.
I could. I'm not going to, but I could.
Say hi to Black Lightning for me. He's my favorite.
I'm going to hit on Felicity.
You should.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Or Iris.
And Iris West.
Yeah. Actually, any of those CW girls.
All of them.
I honestly,
really
I mean, anyone that came my way, I'd be like,
even Grant Gustin, maybe. He's pretty.
Grant Gustin's pretty.
that'd be
Melissa Benoist.
Are you capable of hitting on girls now, Anthony? Is this what you're trying to tell us?
I could if I wanted to.
Whoa! Oh,
I don't know what that means. This is all very
Kaboom.
that was a subtle clue
contradictory.
there.
It's a subtle clue. Anyways, listener, look, if you want to tell us what you thought of this Aquaman trailer, join our Facebook group, Jock and Nerd Nation. I'm there, and Rug Boy's there, Anthony's there, Jason is there, and Dutch is there, and Seth Morgan, and Jess Rivera, and everyone.
What about TJ Johnson?
TJ Johnson
not.
He's not.
He should join.
No, TJ got rid of Facebook.
He
Oh,
did.
he did.
Yeah.
He's very smart.
Yeah. Too many problems.
But
many
I will,
problems,
I will
I see.
welcome listeners who joined this week. Welcome Brian Goff, or is it Joff? How would you say Goff?
Hello, like the quarterback, I'd say golf.
Yeah.
Goff. So how do you say this? Is it Marcos Gonzalez or Marcos Gonzalez?
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Marcos Gonzalez, Colton Payne, and Trevor Lloyd. Welcome and thanks for joining
They
up.
all sound like baseball player names.
Or they
They
sound
do.
like Colton Payne and Trevor Lloyd sound like they star on CW
Colton
shows.
Payne or that or
Yeah.
Trevor Lloyd definitely sound like they pitch.
Yeah, like
Trevor
from the
Lloyd's a
Cubs farm
pitcher.
system.
Yeah. Coming up next, Trevor Lloyd, relief
Coming out of the
hitting,
pen.
relief pitching.
Trevor Lloyd.
Colton Payne. Great names.
Colton
Thanks
Payne
for listening.
definitely plays for like the Astros.
Either that or they're the stars of a CW like Gossip
It's a
Girl.
new or a new vampire show. It's the lead to the new vampire show. Listen, we have to say special thanks to one listener, Patreon member, Jock and Nerd fan club member, David Zika,
Yeah,
for
man. Thank you for the
attempting
effort.
to do holy shit. So Zika put out this challenge.
You can't explain it, you
well,
asshole.
I'm going to explain
You
how
don't
I had
even know
to,
what college game
I know.
day is.
I am going to explain how I had to ask you what the fuck does
right.
this mean, where Zika's like, college game day's coming to Orlando. Can you send me something? And I'm like, Anthony, what the fuck is he talking about?
No, you didn't.
Anthony,
You didn't
take
even
over.
ask me. Let's frame
All right.
this correctly.
You tell the story.
I came over to Imran. I'm like, hey, you have to go fucking do this for this guy.
Yeah.
Imran's like, what's college game day? What is that? I'm like, you're a
no
fucking
idea.
moron.
Why would I
This
watch
is like one of the biggest college shows every week on ESPN where they go to different campuses and film. Anyone that watches sports knows this. And David Zika had the good idea of bringing a sign, which was, in this case, Rug Boy's face with hashtag Jock and Nerd underneath.
Yes, I made for him.
Bringing that to college game day because they film for 3 hours live. And if we can get that sign on air, that would be pretty cool.
And so apparently there's a bunch of people, for all the nerds who never watched this, there's a huge crowd of college kids holding up signs, waving random shit in the back. Zika went through the effort of printing this out. I can't thank him enough. Staple gunning it to a post. Now, here's the thing. I DVR'd the thing. I watched it. There was so many fucking signs.
There was a shit ton of signs.
And they kept saying, this is the most signs ever I think we've ever seen at one.
Oh,
I was like,
Jesus.
fuck, dude. So if you join the group, you will see Zika kind of point out where he was in the overhead shots.
You can see it briefly.
Really tiny. But man, the point of all this is, listener, this is the kind of guerrilla marketing we need more of.
Yes.
Right.
Brilliant idea, Zika. If college game day is coming near you, I will email you shit you can blow up and print. Let us know. But keep this in the back of your mind. Out of box weird things to go get us on TV. This is how you
Baba
market.
Booey.
Do a Baba Booey. Keep fucking her in the pussy. Jock and Nerd. I don't know. Do something.
Jock and
On live news. But man, I can't appreciate it enough. Zika is the best.
That's awesome. Grab him by the pussy.
A for effort. Valiant effort,
Appreciate
man.
the effort down there in
But,
Orlando.
get your hands off my penis.
yes. Do one of those. Just do
My balls was hot.
one of those. Just yell Jock and Nerd.
Jock and Nerd.
And keep running as they chase you. All right, back to the news. More DC news. This just broke today. Margot Robbie has unveiled the full title of this Birds of Prey movie. Before I tell you what it is, how are you excited for this movie? Do you know about this movie, Jason? Margot Robbie, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Journey Smollett-Bell, Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. It will be R-rated, directed by Kathy Yan, a woman, an Asian-American woman filmmaker. I love all of this so far.
Asian, just like Aquaman, actually,
Yes,
Yeah.
James Wan. There you go,
Yeah.
another one.
who I'm excited for. But Birds of Prey, not so
Good
much.
point,
I mean,
Jason, on the
I-
Asian
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
the Asian connection, yes.
The Asian sensation is big.
I like all Asians except Sarah Zhang. But the funny thing is with Birds of Prey, I'm not like super gung ho about this because it just does. It sort of seems to me like it's going to be more of a B movie. I hope it's not.
Yeah.
But first of all, Harley Quinn, to my eye, and I never read this particular comic, but I don't believe she was in that group ever.
She was not.
Oh, that sucks.
They're just kind of putting her in there.
They're shoehorning it.
Yeah.
But she's so damn hot. I mean, ever see Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, dude. Margot Robbie is an amazing Harley Quinn. I will watch anything.
That scene like 11 times.
You can put her in anything, doesn't matter. Here, maybe the title will get you more excited. All right, guys? Ready for this title? It's not just called Birds of Prey. It is called Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Really? That's the fucking title?
Shit. That is the actual title. She posted this picture where she wrote it on the script, but then Warner Brothers confirmed, yes, this is the title of this movie that's coming out February 2020.
Sounds like a movie
weird.
I won't see.
That sounds like a very try-hard title right there.
Sounds like a CW show.
It sounds a little pretentious, like Jared Leto's Joker.
It just sounds so stupid. Like, I don't even... You're saying too much about a movie that I don't want to watch now. I don't want to watch the movie about the emancipation of Harley Quinn. I don't want to watch anything that's fantabulous.
But yeah,
right.
a fantabulous. Is this a Harry Potter fucking movie? What is
It
this?
sounds like they got
Rug
a whole...
Boy Wears Prada.
Sounds like they looked at what they were doing with Deadpool, whereas now Once Upon a Deadpool, and they're like, how can we be clever?
have fun with this?
Yeah, how can we have fun with this and include Harley Quinn? Well, let's include the fantabulous emancipation.
So we know it's going to be a
Harley
comedy
Quinn.
then.
Right.
Like a Deadpool.
Dark R comedy. In case you didn't know Harley Quinn was in it, you could have just called it Birds of Prey.
I didn't realize until Jason pointed out that Harley Quinn, racking my files in my brain, hasn't been a part of the Birds of Prey.
Nope.
Yeah, no, they just kind of
let me give my
attaching
2
her.
cents on it. If this was a Marvel movie and they'd had years now of built-in goodwill, I'd be excited for this.
Yes.
The fact that DC doesn't have that, and personally, I've just never cared for the Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
And the one Harley Quinn movie I did see was Suicide Squad. She was hot. She was probably one of the better parts of the movie, but overall that movie was shitty as fuck. I am not that excited about this. Maybe they can prove me wrong with some good trailers.
Have you seen it again since then?
Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to watch that movie. I've watched it a few times.
Honestly, I don't want to like change the subject here, but it's grown on me. I've seen it like 4 times.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When you have no expectations and you have no skin in the game, you're not going to the theater,
that's
and
true.
It's so much easier to watch a movie.
My wife loves it.
Look,
It's the best movie ever.
The first half of it is fun, and the times where they're hanging out in the bar is kind of endearing when they're just shooting the shit, but then it just falls apart in the fucking third act. Diablo was pretty cool.
It's not enough. It's not one of those movies where I'm going to argue with someone about it. Like Batman v Superman, I'll argue with you about it. Suicide Squad, if you tell me you liked it, I mean, cool. I didn't like it at all.
You liked it better than Batman vs Superman, though, right?
Oh yeah, better than Batman vs Superman.
What do you think about Jason Dutch, James Gunn directing the sequel now?
I think that's the thing with Suicide Squad. I was more excited about that than I was about Justice League, and I'm a Justice League fan since years because it was just so off the cuff and off the beaten path. I was like, you know what? That's a group. Even though I wasn't like a huge fan of Suicide Squad, you know, they were ancillary more or less, but I was like really freaking pumped for that. And I didn't hate the movie when I saw it, but there was just like you mentioned the bar part. I thought that was a dumb part.
You didn't like that part of the movie?
But James Gunn, what he did with another group of characters that I didn't even know about. I didn't know who they were. Yep. Honestly, I had no idea who Guardians of the Galaxy were. Yep. I thought it was like an 80s movie.
Yeah.
I had no idea who that was, and I ended up liking them. So, yeah.
I think he'll be amazing on, what he could do with Suicide Squad.
Did you see what they had a rumored director for the next Guardians? Did you see that? Is this in the notes?
No. Who is that?
The guy or girl. It's probably a guy. So it's safe to assume it'd be a guy that's doing Bumblebee.
Oh, what's that guy's name?
Let me look it up. Now I owe that person. I don't owe him shit, but look up there.
I just looked this up a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
Travis Knight. I mean, they said Feige said this movie's on hold, obviously, because they're gonna have to rethink everything. But they might still use his script.
They're looking at him to possibly do.
I kind of think this Bumblebee movie is going to do good.
It looks kind of charming with the trailers. Yeah. It's the first Transformers movie since the original that I'm like, this doesn't look like complete robot porn on the screen right now.
This should have came out first. They look like car parts. God damn it, that's all I wanted. Yeah. Just make them look like fucking car parts. How hard is that?
It's pretty hard for Michael Bay.
Yeah, they ended up making the GoBots movie by the fourth one. It was GoBots instead of Transformers.
Yeah, Michael Bay cannot make it look like car
Victoria's
parts.
Secret ads.
He's not made a good movie in a very long time.
He just has to overthink.
Yeah,
he does. And ads for the fucking military and like Jeep.
Yes, lots of propaganda and lots of explosions. All right, speaking about other movies that are really bad, I didn't think we'd still be talking about Venom, but here we are.
Why?
Because
really,
it is made now $780 million worldwide in the box office.
Shit.
Okay, this means it's probably going to finish at $800 million. This means it has made more than the original Star Wars movie. That made $775 million. It's made more than
that's a terrible comparison.
Okay, so that's old, but it's okay. So more recently, it's made more than the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which has made $773 million. And if it passes 783, it will have made more than Deadpool, the first Deadpool, which means it's made more money than all the X-Men movies because Deadpool is the most highest earning X-Men movie Fox has put out. And Venom is about to beat that worldwide total.
Let me say something real quick that I thought of when you were saying those stats.
Yes.
First off, Venom doesn't deserve all this fucking money because it's a terrible movie.
Yes.
Shut up, and Ron, you gave it an 8 out of 10.
Did I?
Yes,
I heard that.
I don't remember, but
did.
you gave it something ridiculously
I almost
high.
canceled my Patreon when I heard that.
But I did want to say that Guardians, it made more than Guardians, but the Guardians movie in and of itself opened up the door for a Venom type of movie.
Well, that's true. That was a risk, as it was, and I think they were surprised that
Venom is nowhere near the quality of Guardians of the
Fucking
Galaxy.
China loves this movie. Basically, it's why it's making
America kind of likes it. America kind of likes this fucking
America
movie.
makes it's made $210 million domestic, $569 foreign. Holy fuck!
What did it make in China?
It made $111 million the first opening weekend, and made like another $55 million.
It is at in China. It is at $205 million.
That's crazy. That's about what it made here.
Yeah.
Is that more than Black Panther made in China? It has to be.
I think so.
Probably.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
There was an article.
There was a lot of backlash about that.
Yeah, there was an article that Black Panther did not play well in China.
It was too black.
Right.
For China, they don't get it. They don't know this.
And there was an
experience.
article that it actually, for China, the message seemed like it was another American propaganda film.
Yeah. The Chinese just want to see things blow up and weird fucking symbiotes, I guess.
They got their own problems.
Black Panthers.
Yeah.
They do have their own
But like, we don't
Yeah.
want to think about these problems. We got our own fucking depressive shit going on.
Yeah.
But the big thing about Venom is it only cost $100 million to make, making this like Sony's
That's
biggest
all?
hit. Yes. So this is Sony's most profitable movie in like 6 years.
You're telling me that they did that movie for $100 grand
100
and
million.
Justice League spent $400 grand?
Yeah. Well,
million?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
million.
Yeah. 400 million. And I mean, Warner Brothers had the biggest superheroes all on one screen, threw them together. Couldn't do fucking shit with it. Chris Marin asked on the Facebook group, will Venom be Sony's new Spider-Man?
Didn't we
He's
ask
talking-
this last week?
I think we said that what will Craven hunt? And Chris said Venom. Venom's going to be the Spider-Man replacement. I could see that kind of happening, but I don't like it.
Yeah,
Nope.
that would suck.
I don't
Craven,
like it.
You're
one
a
bit.
Spider-Man guy like me.
Yes.
Craven never beat Spider-Man.
Yes.
In fact, Spider-Man beat the shit out of him every time they fought.
Well, it wasn't
For the most part.
His point wasn't to beat him. His point was to bury him and become him in Craven's Last Hunt,
Which he did,
which he did,
and then he didn't.
and then just kind of ended it himself. It's an amazingly dark fucking story.
He's a good character,
Yeah.
Craven.
But can you do it without fucking Spider-Man?
No.
They did Venom, though. Shit.
He blows his head
So
off.
one-hit wonder.
Yes, that was like, dude, at the spoiler, if you haven't read it, the last page of that story is you see in silhouette Craven putting a rifle in his mouth and fucking pulling the trigger. And you're like,
Oh,
holy
that's dark.
fuck. But Craven never died. He came back. Like,
Yeah,
like
his wife resurrected him.
Right. Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Because when he came back,
Then
I
his
was like,
son, then his daughter.
oh, shit. That's comics for you.
Yeah. I hate when
Yeah.
they do that.
I forgot how he came back, but yeah, he did. They should. And then Vermin is in there. Remember Vermin? How creepy that was. He lived in the sewers. The little fucking
Rat Man.
Oh, that's the
dude,
guy
yeah.
that Craven actually captured.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. He was.
And then he became Spider. It's such a great story.
He's the scarecrow of the Spider-Man universe.
But in that one, Spider-Man's wearing his cloth black costume. So like, you have to explain all of this through Venom. How he has his black costume. Why Craven is doing this. How do you just do that in one fucking movie? I don't know.
Well,
Venom was
What'd you think of Venom?
A fluke.
Yeah.
You know what
it was a fluke. Absolutely.
The only thing, and we had a review on this on our show with Delhauer. And by the way, Matt, we love you.
Delhauer's the best.
He's just unbelievable. And speaking of Black Panther, we're going to have him back for like a breakdown of the sociology of Black Panther.
Oh, nice.
That'd be awesome.
Be awesome.
Yeah. We're happy to lend him out to you, even though I don't own him. Oh,
he's out on loan. He's out on loan. We want him back, though.
He's out on loans. We'll trade.
We want him back, plus
don't
a little
scratch
extra.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, don't, man. Make sure he comes back in the same condition.
Plus interest.
Yes. No dents.
15% interest each month.
That'll be good.
15%, I'm sold. That's about what I pay on my car. But, Venom is... the one thing I will say is that when I left that movie, I didn't leave bitching about the fact that there was no Spider-Man because they overcame that particular obstacle successfully to my eye. Outside of that, there was really nothing that makes me ever want to see that movie again.
Fun and forgettable.
Yeah, it's like the original like Spawn. Don't want to see that again either.
Well, that was of its time. We'll be talking about Spawn a little bit later. Let's move on to some MCU news. Now, we are recording this episode way early this week because it's Thanksgiving here in the States, and it'll be over by the time you hear this.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, fucks.
It'll be done by the time the show posts.
Happy post-Thanksgiving, you fucks.
Happy Poop Day.
Happy Poop Day.
Happy Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, there's that one, too. That would also have passed. But there is a rumor that the Avengers 4 trailer could be released as soon as this Friday, which is in the past for you, listener. So it may be out when the show posts.
You're like Barry Allen. You've gone in the past.
It's very timey-wimey and confusing, but unconfirmed from some people in the reliable source claiming the trailer for Avengers 4 coming this Friday. Anyways, the point of this is there's another article, another rumor from #show saying Marvel has a very different marketing plan for Avengers 4. Now, this is weird because this movie's coming out in May, right?
May.
We don't know the title.
Nope.
We don't know how long this thing is. We have not seen fucking one single frame of anything.
Nope.
Is this unconventional marketing plan a plan to actually not show anything? Unlike we were talking about Aquaman. They need to show. They need to show to get people in. This movie, you don't have to show any fucking footage. The tickets will still sell.
I think that's brilliant.
What do you guys think? Do you
Save a
think
shitload of money.
Yeah, do you think they'll have the balls to do this?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I do believe that they might try something a little bit unconventional. I don't think they need to show a ton.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't need anything personally. I'll see the movie regardless. I'm already in the bag. But
yes.
I do think there's a big portion of the casual viewing audience that needs to know that this movie is coming out, when the date is, and what it's kind of going to look like.
Yeah.
I think that's just general for anything.
Well, we need a title and a fucking date. That would be the only thing that if they show us in the trailers is here's what it's called and here is the date. And we talked about the rumor that was Avengers Annihilation. I don't know. I'm hearing other rumors that it's like Earth's Mightiest Heroes or some other shit. But the #show
Sevenfold
reporter,
Avengers Sevenfold.
Avenge Sevenfold. It should be
The Ass
Nebula's
Avengers.
Revenge.
Nebula. That would be the 7th Avengers movie. Avenge Sevenfold. Charles Murphy from the #show says they're going to be doing something. Backspender. You know what? I don't know. I'm guessing it's going to be.
What's the different marketing? Is there any details on that, or they're just saying we're doing something different?
They're saying they're doing something very different, and he said if it's true, it's going to stir up a lot of conversation. That's it.
You know what would be different? They make you pay to see the trailers.
Oh shit, that's different.
People would do it.
Yeah, people would definitely do
Don't
it.
give any ideas, Anthony.
Everything is like upside down and backwards, and you have to like
And you have to pay. You have to buy a year's worth of Disney Play to see the trailer.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
They just got an idea from you.
They could do
I'm
like
sorry.
a Disney Plus thing.
Yeah.
Pre-order Disney Plus.
Blame Anthony.
Holy shit. The most obvious thing is that what we just talked about, they're not going to show any fucking footage. It's just like title slate and sounds and just, I don't know, like nothing.
I think they're going to do nothing. I think Anthony was right. I think, I think it was Anthony said that they don't have to.
Oh, that was more Imran. I won't take credit
90% of us are going to go see it anyway.
Yes, we will.
I'm already watching it.
Were you swayed to go see Justice League by the the cutout ads at the AT&T store? I sure as shit wasn't.
The Mountain Dew display, that's so.
Judging by the box office returns, no one was.
Nobody.
It didn't. It didn't rile up the audience. Oh my god, they lost so much money making that movie.
But they lost money on marketing.
On the marketing,
no, that's what I'm saying. The I include that in the making of the film.
Yeah,
right. The overall production,
as you should.
Yeah.
But if they go away and don't market this movie at all, it's like a religious movement. This movie already. I mean, they're going to make so much money. They're going to make $2.5 billion in this movie.
It's going to be absolutely another $2 billion easily without blinking an eye. I can't wait. In the meantime, listener and everyone, here's how a way to spend your Christmas. Avengers Infinity War will be on Netflix.
When?
In December 25th.
Oh, wow.
So you can have a very happy Christmas and then watch half of the MCU.
It's a Merry Christmas, you fucking PC fuck.
No, Happy Christmas.
Will you watch that over Christmas Story?
I'd watch both. First, I have to watch Home Alone, which I watch every holiday season. It's my favorite Christmas.
What was that like as a Muslim like you are?
Here's the thing. Me and my sister are the only two Muslims you're going to meet who love fucking Christmas music and Christmas movies. I love like jazz Christmas songs, hip hop, like Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis, like any kind of weird.
Were you ever wondering did you get presents? And if you didn't, were you wondering why not?
So my parents did humor us for a few years. They let us put up some lights.
Yeah.
And they did buy us some stuff.
So you had some liberal.
Yeah. They were like, this isn't, everybody's doing it. And really, what's
left-leaning parents?
No, but it wasn't like we're putting up a fucking cross in a Muslim house. Like, give them some presents. Who cares? It's lights. My dad loved lights. And like in Pakistan and India, like if you ever seen a wedding house, it's covered in fucking lights and colors. Like they do lights for different occasions. But we secretly would celebrate Christmas behind their back. No. I don't know what it is. It's just like
praying to Saint Nick.
There isn't anything as fun in Islam that has songs.
There's nothing really religious about it.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there's only one sect of Islam that has any sort of songs.
Sufism.
Yeah, Sufism.
And they're like weird.
Any sort of what?
Very songs and dancing.
And they're much maligned for that.
Yeah, they're very liberal, kind of out there sect, and they love playing the drums and
See how I just turned us? I'm turning us into voice.
We are not a politics podcast.
I like
Stop. People come here to hear us talk about men in tights.
Yeah.
Capes with powers.
Christmas all pagan, so it doesn't matter.
It is.
Thank God for those pagans. That's what I always say.
Yep.
Thank God for Constantine.
Thank God for the Nicene Council. All right.
Ooh, the Niceans.
Yep.
Moving on to a little bit of
a lot
TV
of that
news.
went over my head.
Yeah, look it up, Anthony. Google it.
I can't even spell it.
He's
still
busy
keeping
getting
it
laid.
Oh, then I'm in.
Halloween too, Rug Boy.
Yeah, it's all and Easter.
It's all pagans.
Yeah.
It's all what?
Yep.
Pagan.
Easter. Pagan.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Pagan? Hey, you guys remember that show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D?
No.
Have anybody watching it?
Are you the only one, or does Ruggs still watch this?
Ruggs, did you watch last season?
I don't remember. What was the last thing that happened?
Remember they came back from space and there's a Fitz in space and spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
One Fitz dies, but there's a future in space and it was with they were in the future and they came back.
I watched up to the part.
I'm just going to turn my mic off for this.
Anyways, we thought the show was going to get canceled. It gets picked up for like a 6th half season that's premiering summer of 2019. And guess what? They've renewed it for a 7th season.
Unbelievable.
I don't know why. However, in the press release, one notable person missing is Clark Gregg's Phil Coulson.
Oh.
So we know Coulson is going to be in the Captain Marvel movie. And then season 6 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. comes out after Infinity War. I wonder if he's going to die in that season, but he's not. I don't know if he's coming back. But I thought they would move this to Disney Plus. I can't believe they gave it another season. That's crazy. The show has gotten better every season, though. Honestly, if you watch it, the show's gotten better every season.
I stopped watching it because I was like, there's no stakes in it. It's like, it's going to end in, I don't think that they really thought about how they were going to wrap it up yet.
No. Yeah. Which is why I was surprised they got another season and yet now another season.
Yeah. The only thing that I'll say about that show, and it has nothing to do with the show, is that what's her name? Chloe Bennett.
Well,
she's hot.
She's fantastic.
I put this other link in here. She shared a glimpse of her new season 6 look.
Tasty.
Oh, and I was like, this is the reason to watch alone.
Half Asian.
Yeah, but I can Google that photo and not.
Yeah, but you could see her in motion.
She's dating Logan Paul now.
That I don't understand.
Actually,
why is she dating?
You know how old she is?
Actually, she's not dating Logan Paul
20
anymore.
something?
Ming-Na Wen.
Oh, Ming-Na Wen is in her 50s. She looks amazing.
She's beautiful in her 50s.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just looked up Chloe Bennet and Logan Paul, and they're now broken up. So,
good.
As old as
her.
Yes.
Yes.
That was weird that she was dating him.
Yes, she could do way better than Logan fucking
She's
Paul.
very, very. If you follow her on social media, well, great to look at, but
yes,
very
outspoken.
Yeah, very. I don't know. I don't like read all her stuff, but it comes off as very left feminist. Very much
cool.
like
sounds
every
like
time.
a barrel of laughs.
Rock Boy's favorite kind.
Yeah.
But I mean,
whatever.
looking like
Cool.
this, she could
You
say,
respect me while you bang me in the
you
rear.
can say whatever you want. Really, one of the reasons I'm still watching is Chloe Benet's Quake. She looks great. Finally, in the news, gentlemen, do we need to respond to this Bill Maher thing at all? What do you think?
What? Bill Maher saying that Stan Lee is not important and people should not read comic books because they're stupid.
In a blog post, which is this is the craziest thing. It wasn't even on his show. It wasn't even like you would think this was like a new rules on the show. In a blog post, he's like, "Oh, Stan Lee made everyone what? I don't know, go see a movie." And then the final comment was, you know, of course, Trump would be elected in a country that likes comics, basically missing the whole point. But to me, this is not a stupid man. This is clear trolling. I think he wants to make people remember that his show is coming back on HBO. Maybe the ratings are suffering. But like, it doesn't make sense because he's not that dumb.
He's done for the year.
Yes.
Like he made his last show of the year, and then he won't be coming back till January.
Do you think he's trolling with this, or he was like, I
think he's just jealous. I think that he wants to be exalted. He wants to be people to like be in awe of him, and people are starting to shit on him all the time now, especially since the left turned on him.
Yeah.
Because he used to be like the left's champion.
Absolutely.
He was the one who was willing to say shit that they thought was impolite to say. And now they're like they've gotten to be so like PC that now he is like to the right of them. So they've abandoned him, and so now he's kind of like languishing a little bit.
Nailed it.
You think that's what it is, Jason?
He nailed it. I mean, absolutely. I mean, the left is after, you know, they want people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders, you know, who, by the way, Alexandria can't afford an apartment in D.C. But, you know, but Bill Maher is not really a Democrat. He's like I am. He's anti-Trump, but he is not a Democrat. He's a moderate. You know, he's very critical of not. And there's a difference between being critical of a Muslim and being critical of Islam as a faith, just like you can be critical of Christianity.
Sure.
But Maher has taken a lot of stances that have not been super popular with the left. And Rug Boy nailed it. But he does not need. He's got his audience, like Sam Harris has his audience.
He doesn't
Ben
care.
Shapiro has his. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, there is base.
So not trolling.
I always say this whenever
he just thinks we're dumb.
Yes, but what I say whenever Bill Maher says some shit that gets people angry, I'm like, who gives a fuck what Bill Maher thinks? Like, I like he's a stand-up comic and like a now self-proclaimed political comic, but he's a fucking comedian.
He is.
Who the fuck cares what this is?
I like him.
Fine. He said
overall, I've actually liked him, but
I like his takes on religion. I think that's pretty spot on.
Agree.
But
I think that he doesn't like political correctness either. He thinks it's stupid.
Yes.
That was the name of his show.
Yes.
You know, and then Religiosity. You guys saw that?
That's a great documentary. Yeah. I mean, he got kicked off network TV for saying shit about was it the 9/11?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anthony, what do you think? Do you think he's trolling, or he's just trying to get some eyeballs?
I think he's speaking about something he has no idea about.
Yes.
I think it's all out of jealousy. That's what I think. I just think that he saw that Stanley was trending, and
he's like, "Oh, watch this. Watch what I do."
He's like, "Oh, please, like, well, this guy's not that important." He's like, because he feels like he's like this intellectual that's giving the gift of like knowledge to the world and waking people up out of their things. And he's like, "What is Stan Lee doing?"
It reminds me of the dude that like finds out people watch pro wrestling and goes up to them and goes, "You know it's fake, right?" It's like
that's me.
They realize it's fake. They realize it's fake. You fuck.
But I think there's always someone who's going to go again. He's just one of the bigger guys who's going against the grain and trying to get. But I've seen some other fuckboys on Facebook saying shit about Stan Lee.
That's the thing about media.
Fox had a bad article on him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's fun to be the contrarian and be like, well, no, he wasn't that cool. He wasn't
the
great.
greatest guy in the world. You know, he's a human being.
Right.
No, that's what I said during our Stan Lee show. I said he was a guy. He wasn't perfect. We've all done stupid shit in our lives.
Yeah.
You know, of course he probably was greedy at one point and fucked people over. But at the end of the day,
But his influence and what he's changed and what we have now, it's all from Stan Lee,
you
man.
can't get shit done
here
without fucking people over. That's
true.
By the way, thank you for jumping on for that Stan Lee Remembered show. I really appreciate that.
That was great.
But you know, just to say something analogous to Stan Lee, like Stan Lee, there's been a lot of stuff that's come out about people trying to screw him, and then there's been things come out where all these stories dug up, like the Twitter trolls. Obviously, he didn't have Twitter, but they're digging up stuff from the past to show what a dickhead he is. I relate it to like Bill Cosby, okay, and I'm not trying to say he's raping people, but Bill Cosby being a piece of shit should have done nothing to take away from Cliff Huxtable. He gave us Cliff Huxtable. Cliff Huxtable was an icon. What Stan Lee did and gave to us as a creator is immortal. Stan Lee was just a guy.
But his creations will live on.
Exactly.
When that Cosby thing happened, and I still have this inner argument with myself.
Me too.
Can you separate the artist from the art and appreciate the two things separately?
I think you can, but you just can't say that you do out loud.
That's the problem, because the fucking Cosby Show was amazing.
Yep.
It's a fucking brilliant show.
You experienced
super funny.
it then, right?
Yes, at the time, yes.
You're not experiencing it now.
Correct. So there's the difference.
So you experienced it then when you had no knowledge.
Exactly. Although apparently everyone in Hollywood knew Bill Cosby was a fucking rapist.
I mean, Babe Ruth was a racist.
Yeah.
Imran doesn't
Dude,
know
I
who that
guarantee
is.
you, if you dig every
He knows who
person,
Babe Ruth is.
every
I know who
single
that is.
person.
It's John Goodman in that movie.
I mean, just Bill Clinton, everybody, anybody. You dig enough, you'll find dirt.
Yeah. But is it bad to still like the art even though the artist is a piece of shit?
I think that it's in this day and age where people are so sensitive and they size you up based on things like that, you have to kind of disavow yourself from it. You have to
That sucks.
If it came out tomorrow, and I just want to preface this statement because there's no evidence showing that this is in any way real. But if it came out tomorrow that Stan Lee was doing something heinous, right? Like he did something with kids, are you gonna? Are people going to go after Spider-Man?
Am I going to burn all my Spider-Man shit? Fuck no.
I mean, Michael Jackson was accused of that.
I was thinking exactly that.
Great point.
Yes.
See, why he's smart for a felt brain.
This is the smartest felty ever going to fucking meet. I'm telling you, dude. But Michael Jackson's music, still, I love all of it. But he's young, when he's old, every
Jerry
stage
Lee
of his
Lewis,
music.
I love Lil Michael.
Presley,
Well,
yeah, man.
All right, for the sports fan out there.
Yeah.
OJ, do you still remember him for his sports accomplishments? I don't think so.
But he had a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them, but people don't talk about that anymore.
That one went
They
the
didn't
other
take
way.
him out of the Hall of Fame, though.
Did they?
No, they didn't.
That one, though, was so big that's all you could think about. We're still getting past
It was pretty big when Michael Jackson was accused of sleeping with little boys.
I remember watching the fucking thing
and then
on
it all
TV.
came out. I was like, wait, you invited all those little boys to your bed? Yeah. What's wrong with you, dude?
Then he held his kid over the balcony.
Yeah, then he held his kid over the
that was
balcony.
weird. He's a little weird. But the man didn't have a childhood and needed to relive his childhood. It's all Joe Jackson's fucking fault. Rest in peace to both of them. Now,
I feel like we really don't know. We really don't know what happened.
We don't know.
We have no idea if there was something going on. We don't know.
The only sad thing about Michael Jackson is that I can't appreciate the absolute beauty of Janet because she looks so much damn like Michael.
You know what? That's also like Jon Voight and Angelina Jolie. It's like if you kiss Angelina, it's like kissing Jon Voight. Janet is sexy, but Michael was pretty too. I'm okay with it. I fucking love Janet Jackson.
Yeah, everyone would do both.
I hit both of them. Don't matter. We'll do double. Anyways,
We'll do a
listener.
double, he says.
Double Michael Jackson, chocolate, vanilla, spotted, vitiligo. We got everything. All of shit.
All the flavors.
All the flavors represented. Rocky Road. We're going to take a quick break, but before we do, listener, this is your last call to send us roast audio for our big 250th episode, which will be the next episode. Visit the website, jockanerd.com. There's a button you click. It'll give you 90 seconds. Make fun of us. Have fun. Dutch you are going to hear from Dutch a lot.
I have more than one, though.
Next episode. Yeah. Yes. Dutch was like the first one to do it. Thank you very much.
I hope we're still friends after that because I did roast you.
I have not listened to it, so I can't wait to listen to it raw and live. Your deadline is Thursday, November 29th, listener. That's when we're going to record 250. So get it in before then, and it should be a lot of fun. We're going to take a quick break, play some promos, and we'll be back with the news from the nation right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's up, guys? This is Gerald and my buddy right across from me, as always,
Andy.
We are Two Peas on a Podcast, and we want to invite you to join us weekly as we discuss. What do we talk about?
We talk about a little bit of everything.
We talk about too much.
Events,
we talk about too
politics,
much
sports. We even talk about sports. We're dudes.
We talk about too much stuff. In fact, don't join us. It's too much. It's too complicated.
I think you're confusing them, Gerald.
We are a weekly podcast discussing current events, pop culture, hot topics.
The topics are hot.
Not the retail store, just Hot Topics. Well,
I used to love that. Was a great store.
If anything happened at Hot Topic, we would discuss that as well.
You want to get you a black Metallica shirt and some studded earrings?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But my name's Gerald and my buddy Andy, and you can catch us on Two Peas on a Podcast. Please go to our website. It's twopeasonapod.com.
Check it out.
Check us out on Twitter at Two Peas on a Pod, and subscribe via iTunes or Google Play. We hope to hear you listening. We can't do that though, can we?
No, we can do it. We can hear them listening.
We hope to see that you listened via our stats or whatever.
We're everywhere.
But check us out. Two Peas on a Podcast, guys.
Hi guys, I'm Dean.
And I'm Daniel.
And we're from the IMDb Journey podcast,
where we break down every movie from the top 250 list, giving our own thoughts and reviews and any general discussion along the way.
But when we're not doing that, we also battle other podcasts in various movie-related games of trivia and drafts.
We also give quick reviews about every other film we've watched as well.
Yeah, here we're quite good too.
Yeah, if you guys don't believe us, why don't you listen to these genuine testimonies?
Oh, hey guys, you guys are really good. I love your chemistry.
Oh, hey, brew, it's this is a good podcast, yo. Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, love the banter, guys. Keep it up.
IMDb Journey is one of my favorite podcasts of all time. Fantastic testimonies.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely genuine and real. And if you want to give a genuine testimony as well, go ahead and search for IMDb Journey. You can find us on all your favorite podcast sites, including iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify.
So come along and join our journey.
And
Oh, funky, sexy. Listener, if you've been enjoying the show and you want to support, throw us a tip, and you want more show, join our fan club, jockandnerd.com/Patreon, and you will get access to an exclusive...
How do you spell Patreon?
Patreon.
Good.
But the link is also in the show notes. You're going to get a whole nother podcast feed with hours and hours of bullshit, silliness, movie reviews, instant reactions. We got a new patron this week. Thank you to Brian Goff. Same guy who joined the group. Yeah, Goff.
Is he his brother Jack Goff?
Jack Off already he's not joined yet. Brian, do you have a brother named Jack Goff? That would be fantastic. Thank you, Brian.
Was really happy with that one. Is he on the nation?
I actually had a teacher whose name was Jack Goff.
Oh, gosh.
Jack Off? Jack
Goff? Yeah, Jack Goff.
So Brian came in at $2 a month, and crazy old John Seifert continues to match everyone coming in. So thank you, Seifert, for matching that donation.
You can pick another movie, Seifert, and we'll watch
your
it.
Guys' patrons are awesome.
They're amazing. Yeah. We have some of the most amazing, interesting listeners, funniest listeners. If you hang out on the nation, these guys help each other out. We all met just from like this show. It's the fucking craziest thing ever.
It's the army.
You got like your own George Soros.
Yes, we have a Jock and Nerd Army. Also, now that you're in the room, Jason, I have to thank you. I can thank you personally for being a member of the fan club, for your $100 donation from Voice from the Underground. Initially, that was fantastic. We appreciate it.
You guys returned the favor. Thank you.
And you guys, he brought me a Voice from the Underground t-shirt.
Oh, nice.
That's all he's wearing right now?
Yes, I had to take everything off.
He's wearing it around his waist.
Yes, I'm not even, it's just covering my bottom.
It's tucked into his underwear.
Tie the sleeves around.
There's no underwear.
with the shirt covering the ass and the front exposed.
Yeah, it's like an apron
backwards
right now.
Apron
style.
Backwards
apron, yes.
My face is on it, and it's like right on his ass.
And I'm sitting on his face.
It's covering the last piece of his skin that doesn't have vitiligo affecting it.
Making Seth Morgan jealous, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
That's the only brown spot on his body.
This cotton is very
soft. He's ashamed.
In my fun places, if you know what I mean. very soft cotton.
T-Public shirts are quite soft.
T-Public.
I
This
have
is
my
very
Rug
funny
Boy
for me,
shirt.
but I don't know about the listener if they give a shit about it.
Anyways, look, if you sign up right now, you will hear full movie reviews of Greatest Showman, Scott Pilgrim, and Starship Troopers. We had a lot of great comments on the last one, Starship Troopers. It's our latest one. Great movie, great review. Check it out. Kill all the bugs you see. And now, guess what? It's time for everyone. Our new favorite segment. It's time for news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation. Is it done yet? I think it's over. Okay. I never know when it's ending because
You just keep making it longer and longer and longer.
Every week I'll add another little laser.
There's news from the
I got to
nation.
remember to download your show and steal that for mine.
There you go. I made that myself. Thanks to Blake Braden for the suggestion.
News from the nation.
It's time for news from the Jock and Nerd Nation, our awesome Facebook group. This is a segment where I'm just going to pull some shit from our awesome listeners who the conversation continues in the nation. Listener, if you have not signed up, sign up, get yourself a Facebook account. So what if Mark Zuckerberg will have all your information? It's totally worth it to hang out with our listeners. Jamie Robinson posted this link. Jamie Robinson, that's Mr. Throwback Thursday himself. Oh, shit. From
Good guy.
Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast. Excellent podcast if you're into old school hip hop. Like myself, they like all
Love that show.
They like all the same shit I do. He posted the first trailer for the Deadpool 2 PG-13 cut and commented, I thought Deadpool 2 was pretty tame to start with compared to the original, but I guess it's for charity. Did you guys get a chance to check out the short?
I watched it.
This short. I thought it was cute. I do love at the end where Fred Savage gives the dig on fucking Fox movies, where that's hilarious, and that got me laughing out loud, and it's enough to get my money. Hold on, I'm gonna play this because
Anything's enough to get your money in.
That's a good point. Let's play just
funny.
that one part.
And
right
the
here.
spoof of this is like that movie, The Princess Bride,
Yes.
is one of my all-time favorites.
Yes, it's Andre the Giant. You got Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Are they using the same wind?
Have fun storming the castle. Billy Crystal. I mean, holy shit! It's a classic. fucking
Anthony,
movie.
do you get these references?
I've only seen Princess Bride when I was a kid, so no, I don't really get those references.
I know something that you don't. I am not left-handed.
There you go. All right, is this it?
Cool. Kind of prefer Marvel movies. We are Marvel. Yeah, but you're, Marvel licensed by Fox. It's like if the Beatles were produced by Nickelback. It's music, but it sucks. You were nicer as a kid. Rated PG-13.
He threw a nice dig at Canadian.
At Nickelback and at Fox
Yeah.
Marvel movies. Holy shit!
I like Nickelback.
It's in line with how Deadpool is. I found the whole thing very amusing.
That was great.
It's they know their marketing, they know their tone, they know, and I think this movie is actually there's some like new footage in this fucking thing.
I haven't seen the
first one,
second one.
So wow, I wonder if it'll make people they're gonna get double fucking
I'm gonna
money
go
on
see it.
this.
Yeah,
people are gonna go back and see the second one and then watch this
Because
one.
you get Fred Savage for like 13 minutes.
You know what? If they want to, though, they could actually be. And I think this is what they're going to do. Like, if you replace the word "fuck" with like just
some
to steal
weird
something
sound
from the nation, Fiddlesticks Winterbottom.
Yeah.
People laugh at that shit.
Yeah,
it could be good.
I always wanted them to do the thing with Deadpool where he tries to swear and he hears himself getting censored and gets frustrated. So
Gets
he
electrocuted.
knows- yeah, he knows he's in a PG-13 movie. Like he's trying to swear, he's trying to like slip it out, but they always catch it, and it says, and he's just like, God damn it!
They could be very creative with
Yes,
this.
I
Yes.
think they will be. It looks like a lot of fun.
It's a movie we've seen already, Imran.
Also,
It was okay.
When is the last time the same movie has been released?
There was one
twice
good part.
in the same year. The fact that
Is
they're
it on
releasing
DVD yet?
I don't think.
Do you think they're going to be able to make the people explode into the helicopter blades
No,
again?
that was a
so that's
great
gone,
part.
right?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. Stop spoiling it. I didn't listen to that episode.
it's
Fuckers.
I mean, the first one is better, first Deadpool, but
It's not bad. It was just, I mean,
it's not bad.
Solid.
It does some crazy stuff, but to release the same movie twice in the same year,
I like
and double
Imran's excitement, though. I like that. I like Imran's excitement, and I like that Rug Boy called him out on his excitement for a movie we've already seen.
Another hot 40-year-old chick in that movie.
Marina Baccarin.
Yeah, who was originally the alien in V.
Oh, she must have been
She was
really
the head
young.
alien.
She's
She was the
40?
main-
Well, she was
I
in
believe
Firefly
she was like
before
39,
that.
yeah.
Oh, and
Wow,
Firefly.
she's doing-
And
And she's had a
Gotham.
couple of kids, I think.
She's got fantastic skin.
Holy shit! I love Morena Baccarin. And yes,
Wow.
Another reason to watch Gotham. The only reason.
Yeah, I watched Baywatch today. That Priya Chopra girl.
Yes.
She's like 40.
Bollywood
smoking.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
But that was The Rock. Baywatch.
You know what the secret is?
What is?
Don't be white.
I think you know.
Hey, TJ says all the time, black don't crack.
Yeah,
And
it's true.
Asians too. Indian people.
Oh yeah.
Anything but the Caucasoid genes.
Yeah, anything that's extremely
So I'm
white.
fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked, man. You look too old.
I can't even see you.
Facebook stalking.
It's all that sun. Adam Morris shared this post. It's a link to this awesome Vice article about Todd McFarlane called Todd McFarlane is the anti-hero of American comics. And he posted interesting, and I'm super curious to see if he can pull something off cool here. I hope he can, regarding the part where Todd talks about how he wants to make this Spawn movie the most brutal superhero movie ever. Now, I love Todd McFarlane so much, and I think he is revolutionary in comics. His story is great. In this article, you learn some interesting things, like he was really into baseball, and that...
Where he spent all his money.
I hear someone either smoking a vape, or I hear the alien from the movie Aliens hissing in the background. It's one of those two.
All right, I'll turn it off.
There's a predator behind you.
I'm going to go with the alien.
Double vape. Here we go.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
There's an alien above you,
I think it's
Jason.
the alien queen coming out in Aliens.
Smoking robot dicks.
That's why everything is sticky.
I just
in
had
here.
I had to call it out. I hear the alien.
The alien is coming to get you. No, dude, McFarlane applied the discipline he learned from playing baseball after he had an injury in college, couldn't play baseball, to getting into comics. And some of the favorite things about this article is stuff you don't realize how hard it was in the 80s to get into comics.
Yeah.
Ruggs.
Yeah, I like that contribution.
Ruggs, how hard was it to get into comics back in the day? I don't think
nearly impossible.
I don't think it's like that anymore.
No. Basically, they had like a guy or two that would look at your shit, and they would just look at it for like a second and just throw it to the side and be like, nope. If it didn't matter how good you were, if you didn't like have what they wanted at that particular moment, they would just pass it on, and then
30
that was
seconds.
it.
Yeah. It says here in the mid-'80s, from a trailer park in Canada, he sent out more than 750 submissions and got back more than 300 rejection letters from top editors in DC and Marvel. I remember there was a time in my life where I was going to be serious about, I really wanted to draw comics. I was in art school. I was in New York. I was like, and all my life I wanted to draw. I was like, I want to make this a go. But when I started to realize what it would fucking take, that literally you have to sit and draw pages and submit everywhere over and over again constantly and do all the work, and what a cutthroat thing it was.
Look,
I was
man,
like, maybe I'll do something else.
Even really good artists have trouble finding work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. Even amazing artists have trouble finding work.
I'm going to totally sidetrack this, but I just got a message from one of our listeners.
Yeah.
About Detective Pikachu. Should I say this now or later?
Sure, share it. It's from the Nation.
So I'm apparently completely wrong. The cartoon came first, then the games. And this movie is based on Detective Pikachu, the game, not the cartoon where you catch Pokemon and train them. In the actual Detective Pikachu game, Pikachu has a deep voice and solves mysteries, not the same Pikachu that Ash caught in the cartoon and fought other Pokemon. So
holy shit!
I was wrong.
So this is a different whole game and cartoon.
Again? No, it's one of my friends, but that listens to the show, and they're like, "You're very wrong about that."
Pokemon was Nintendo. I forget who
that's
started.
after my time.
Yeah,
Pokemon. I don't know what Pokemon.
I
Game
like
Boy.
that shit.
So there was a Detective Pikachu game. That's interesting.
We had Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, we had Garbage Pail Kids stickers. Those were great. A lot of fun. You didn't have to catch them, but they would gross you out.
Sorry.
Right, well,
go ahead.
go
back to what you want to talk.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
That's good to get the
So
real
what's he doing
info.
with this Spawn movie?
Look, he's got a small budget. We got Jamie Foxx playing Spawn. We got Jeremy Renner as one of the leads.
Yeah, but I heard him like complaining that they weren't getting behind him and doing what he wanted to do.
In his vision, because he is writing and directing. Like, so you had mentioned the Spawn movie earlier.
Like, he's not getting a green light for some reason.
This is the problem he had with the Hollywood system when he made that movie. Like, he wasn't able to do the movie.
Yeah, it was a B movie.
Yes, the way he wanted to. So I thought he would get more control, but Ruggs from Ruggs is saying is they're resisting some of this and fighting back. But, I mean, This is the guy, they gave him a whole Spider-Man comic book to write, and he never wrote a whole comic book before. And to be honest, those first issues of Spider-Man were not good.
Which era was he? I forget.
Early 90s. He was hit 90 to 93, and then Image started in the early 90s. He was amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, he was amazing.
When Venom came out, he created Venom, co-created Venom.
Right, that I know.
Got his own Spider-Man.
Which is where I think he got a lot of Spawn from.
Yeah, Spawn looks a lot like Spider-Man
Carnage,
and Venom.
actually,
And
specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they started Image and he started Spawn, which Spawn is like one of the highest selling black superheroes still to this day.
Yeah, portrayed by a Michael Jai White in the first movie.
And the article also makes great points that you forget that Todd made a really popular, real human black superhero. That
I never knew
love.
Spawn was black.
Yes.
That's the thing.
That's
People
the thing.
didn't.
Nobody ever remembers
He was.
this.
I think he was a murdered cop.
Yes, he was like a mercenary.
How was I supposed to know he was black?
It's only in the
Until
first
the movie.
issue of until the movie, and you only see him in the very first issue.
Yeah, and then
you see him in flashbacks. His wife's
That's
black,
true.
his kid's
That's
black.
I never
What's his
really read
name?
Michael
read
Jai
him.
White, better known from Sons of Anarchy.
Yes,
at the probably all 5 years, probably.
I remember Michael J. White from like all the bad like B movie Steven Seagal, DMX movies that came out in the mid 2000s.
He was like Black Dynamite, dude.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the speaking of old rappers, did you guys see what 50 Cent did to Ja Rule?
No.
Again, he's still picking on Ja Rule.
He bought out the first 200 seats.
Oh,
to
of his
Ja Rule
concert, yes, and just like sat there or something.
And then we were talking about last week on Voice of the Underground that he's buying all of. I guess Ja Rule doesn't own his masters.
Oh shit!
So
he's
50
buying
Cent
the
is
master
buying all
Ja
of
Rule's
Ja
master
Rule's
recordings to do what with them?
To either
Fuck with
get
him?
paid off him or just completely make him go fuck away. I mean, how petty are you?
He really dislikes Ja Rule.
Come on, 50, you got shot 9 times and survived. Leave this motherfucker alone.
Oh my god!
You should know what it's like to go through hardship.
You brought up DMX, so I was like,
listen, I liked Ja Rule for a hot second, and then like it got really repetitive.
Nah, Ja Rule
you buy up
sucks.
200 seats at a Ja Rule concert. There's only like 206 people going.
I know that's so mean.
Hey, you play a Ja Rule song, I probably know the words and we'll start singing it.
Oh wow! Come on,
He used to love singing. He was
the one
singing
with
the
J-Lo.
rap. He was
The
singing
J-Lo
the
song
with Ashanti.
Ashanti. He sang a lot with
that one.
Ashanti.
Yes.
Yeah, another gorgeous.
My favorite Ja Rule song is him and Jay-Z. What You Really Want. Oh, not that one. What the fuck is that name of that song?
He was hot for like one summer.
That song. Fuck. Now I gotta look it up.
Like Lou Bega.
Ja Rule song.
Ja Rule.
Can I get a? Can I get a?
Ja Rule just needs to go.
That's a
away.
good song. Look up Can I Get a?
I don't think so. It's Ja Rule.
It's Jay-Z.
I don't want to pay 50 Cent.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have to pay 50 Cent now.
Well, you don't have to look
Give
it
him
up.
40 cents to listen to the song.
Did you ever
You could go
see
on
that
YouTube.
movie? Did you ever see that movie with Anne Hathaway where she like naked all throughout the whole movie? I think it's called Havoc.
Yeah,
No.
I've seen it.
And she raps this song.
Can we just stop podcasting and watch that?
We
now?
should all watch it right now in the
She's
nation.
like a little slutty girl in that movie. She's plays this white innocent girl that's trying to like be a badass and hook up with drug dealers. It goes terribly
Damn.
wrong.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's a huge social justice warrior now too.
I thought she was sexy as Catwoman.
I like her.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like her body. I like her
I
face
thought
too.
She looked good in that suit, man. All right, let's talk about Godzilla. How about that?
Oh,
How about that transition? John Bellotti Jr. posted this. It's
Also
a blog
sexy.
post. Very sexy. Godzilla is very sexy. Jason, you a Godzilla guy at
curves
all?
on Godzilla.
Wait, but before I answer that, is Bellotti got something to do with Godzilla? Is
He
like a Godzilla
illustrates
comic book writer or
Godzilla.
something? Okay.
Yes, Robo7.com, the art of
I thought
John
I saw
Bellotti.
something on his Facebook.
He's an amazing illustrator and does Godzilla posters. He goes to cons. We go to G-Fest. We've been there 3 years. It's the biggest Godzilla convention in Chicago. And you can buy prints from John Bellotti.
Yeah, he's like
about-
one of the main guys that draws people
Really?
in.
Yeah, he's like
pretty
one
good.
of the biggest Godzilla artists around, and he loves Godzilla.
And he's
knows
a
everything about it.
moderator on our.
Is he just a
Facebook group.
fan, or is he like officially connected to the?
No, he's connected.
Godzilla. Really?
He's a little connected, but he's also
His
a
art was awesome.
listener. He does moderate the Facebook group, and he's an amazing illustrator. So
okay.
he got excited and posted this blog post from August Ragone, who is like the big Godzilla writer or journalist, or he covers Godzilla. Basically, the character of Ishiro Honda, who is the actual director who directed Godzilla, appeared on last night's Legends of Tomorrow
I gotta
episode.
watch this episode now.
So they said, and it was actually pretty good. It wasn't bad.
You
It was.
watched it already?
I watched it last night.
That show's still on.
Oh shit!
It is. It's fun. It is Doctor Who Cares.
Yeah, I have to watch that.
Right now, the team is here's the team.
Black kid, right, with the Flash.
Wally West. Wally West is not in it. Here's the team.
He's not.
White Canary. Katie Lotz White Canary.
All right.
Ray the Atom.
Yeah.
Brandon Ruth. Constantine is on this season.
Whoa.
Cool.
Matt Ryan,
The same guy?
Matt Ryan, John Constantine. You got
Not Keanu Reeves.
Not Keanu Reeves, the better. You got Dominic Purcell's Mick Rory.
He's the best part of the show.
He's fucking great. And the girl who played Amaya, who was
Vixen.
Vixen,
yeah.
she left, but in this storyline, they're hunting magical fugitives, and they found this fugitive that's a shapeshifter who's actually kind of friendly, and she is now stuck as Amaya, as that character. So it's not her, but it's a girl that looks like her. And I think that's it. And Katie Lotz is hooking up with the Time Bureau chick who leads it.
Oh, they're lesbians.
Yes.
The fake, the one of the few characters that DC has ripped off from Marvel. He was in the show recently, like where he turns iron. I don't even know who that character is.
Oh, he's in it too. Nate Haywood as Citizen Steel. Is that his name?
Something
Nick
like
Zano.
that.
Nick Zano
Yeah.
as Nate Hayward as
I didn't know
Steel.
that character.
He's in it too. Also, yes, he's also on the team.
Does he still look ridiculous?
Well, he doesn't really steal up. He's working for the Time Bureau
Okay.
now.
It's like
So
a
he-
steel Captain America.
It's just like he looks like a Silver Surfer or something. Yeah, he just turns into steel. But this episode, so what they're doing is the end of last season, they killed this dragon, but then it set free all these other fucking magical things that are fucking
So it's
outside.
Game of Thrones.
Sort of. Magical game. Well, it's magic. So they're working for the Time Bureau, fixing all this magic fuck-ups throughout time. So in 1951, they get a ding in Japan that this guy, Ishiro Honda, films this footage of a crazy monster in the water, and they go to visit. It turns out there's this book. It's the book that's magic, and anything you draw or write in the book comes to life.
They did that in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, really? With a book that makes things
so.
happen. Yeah. And so by the end of it, it's actually Mick who gives Ishiro Honda the idea for King of the Monsters. And he says like, oh, kaiju. He's like, oh, I like that. And I was like, oh, shit, they totally shoehorned it in. It's a fun episode, especially if you want to see.
Now I don't have to watch it. Thanks.
They're celebrating Ishiro Honda's.
You didn't say spoiler alert.
I just saved you 44 minutes. Really, the show is you could drop in at any time and watch it, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but to answer your previous question, yes, I was a big Godzilla fan as a kid.
Yes.
I sort of stopped becoming one after that shit show.
Which one? Matthew Broderick?
With the Matthew Broderick and the Puff Daddy song.
Brian Cranston,
and the Taco Bell
2014. There was a Taco Bell.
Here, lizard.
I remember the cups.
They actually took him, and he's still in canon, that particular Godzilla. They just call it Zilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's in the canon still, but he's like the weakest and shittiest character.
Well, these guys are the big Godzilla fans here.
I loved
Brooks and
Gamera.
Anthony.
Gamera was like my shit when I was a kid.
Look at that shit.
You know, and I mean, I remember the cart. I'm old, right? I'm a kid of the '80s, so I remember Godzilla and Godzuki.
Yeah, the cartoon.
You like that singing voice?
There you go.
No,
Yes.
I don't particularly like it, but I'll go with it.
I'll allow it.
You're swooning right now. But yeah, I mean, I was a big God. I'm not anymore. You know, I'm not really huge. into
2014
Godzilla,
Brian Cranston movie didn't
I
win you
liked
over?
it. No, I liked the movie.
Yeah.
I liked the movie. I liked God. I mean, I watched Godzilla in 1985.
Wow.
I watched the shit show that we talked about, and then there was another more B Godzilla movie that came out in the mid 2000s. And then there's been a couple of
2000?
cartoon
Was it
iterations.
Godzilla 2000?
Yeah,
I don't
that was the one that
recall.
got wide movie theater release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that may be the one.
Are you aware of the Shin Godzilla?
I don't know what that is.
That's the last one.
They like
Toho made.
reinvented Godzilla
Is that
again.
the one from 2 years ago?
Yes.
Okay, well that one. So and that one they made him way bigger. That was the biggest Godzilla of all time.
Ever.
Tallest.
Tallest
big
Godzilla
thighs.
ever.
And that's why you guys probably already know this, but that's why King Kong was like 18 times bigger because I guess they're coming out with a
Kong versus Godzilla
Kong
is
versus
being filmed.
Godzilla.
Kong, after Kong Skull Island, which introduces this Kong. Is all
Right.
the
There's
same
two
That was
more
a good
Godzilla
movie.
movies coming out. There's one where he fights a bunch of other monsters, and then there's one where he fights Kong.
Godzilla King of the Monsters, the director said it's done filming, so we may have a trailer for that soon. Ruggs, have you heard anything?
Yeah, I think it's going to happen this weekend, maybe. I don't know.
Ooh, we could have trailers for that and Avengers 4 this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's coming
Oh.
out also.
I've already got my
May
pants
29th.
down and tissues around.
Both of those movies are coming out in May 2019, I believe. Avengers
May?
4 and Godzilla, King of the Monsters. It's going to be a good...
That's a bad release date for Godzilla.
I know. I know. It's going to be... don't put anything out after Infinity Avengers 4.
So?
Wonder Woman got pushed back to 2020.
Yeah, that's right.
It was going to be next year.
Forgot.
Not anymore. Moving on. Fiddlesticks Winterbottom the third. Not the first or second.
That is his real name. He gives us money, and that's his real
Yes, we've confirmed.
Yeah.
That's what the checks go to. He posts this link about the new Lex Luthor in the Supergirl show, and they have cast John Cryer. Oh, shit. He says, when you say the name John Cryer, I think of Doofus, not Lex. Is this going to be... Is this 2.5 Lexes? What do they do?
That's lame. It's lame.
Why is this? Why is John Cryer fucking Lex
Remember
Luthor?
when he was like the stupid nephew in Superman 4: The Quest for Peace?
That is true. He was in Superman 4, the really annoying.
You watched that?
Fucking yeah, I've seen it. You've not seen 4?
Who
You have
hasn't
to watch
seen
them.
that?
The first half.
You gotta
This
watch
one?
the 4 Quest for Peace.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you gotta
I will
watch
hurt
it.
people.
Is that the one with the comedy guy?
No,
that's
Richard
Richard
Pryor
Pryor.
is number 3, which is a
Oh.
fantastic movie.
If you haven't seen number 4, you gotta watch.
It's
I
bad.
love
I heard
3.
3 and 4 are both
It's
bad.
terrible, but you gotta
4
watch.
is really bad.
They're
3,
not on the streaming service.
dude, but 3, it's not on the streaming service.
3 and 4 are not.
Really?
Yeah.
3
No, it
was,
is. It is. I thought I saw it.
So 3 was that same around time where I was young and like Return of the Jedi came out and Superman 3 was huge and I had this and I loved Richard Pryor. I loved all of that fucking crazy shit. The evil Superman and back and forth. Holy shit, that was the best thing. 4
Was that a canon comic character?
no. The Quest for Peace guy.
Yeah, or was that just made up for the movie?
No, that was made up.
Also, the deal with 4 is that
Solar
shitty,
Man or something.
that shitty movie Carol Co. company that just makes shit movies. They had gotten the rights after 3, and they put out this fucking shit low budget movie where they're on the moon, and it
Yeah,
just
like
looks
Superman
like
was like fat a little bit.
yeah, it's just really
and
bad.
flabby.
But back to the Supergirl show, and John Cryer was in there. John Cryer will always be Ducky to me from fucking what is that? 16 Candles. Pretty
Try
Pink?
a
One of those.
little
Oh,
tenderness.
that's new, John. Okay,
That's
from
fucking-
2.5 Men.
Yes, 2.5 Lexes. It's
Okay.
gonna be that's
2.5
fucking
Lexes.
Cryer.
You know, that show already fucked up Jimmy Olsen.
Yes, it's a
So-
completely different character.
I mean, I can understand. I'm fine with making him black, but you made him like a stud muffin.
no, but yeah, that's not anything like
He's
anything
a
of the character.
superhero.
And he's Guardian.
what show
Yeah,
are we
he's
talking
Guardian,
about?
which
Supergirl.
yeah, which Guardian is like the DC version of Captain America from
Yes.
Cadmus Project.
Yes. Why couldn't they just made him some other character and had another little goofy guy who was Jimmy Olsen? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
He had a really quick like cameo in Death of Superman. Guardian. He's in it for like 2.
in the
frames.
cartoon?
No, in the comic book.
Oh, in the comic book.
Yeah.
Are you signed up for the DC Universe streaming?
Yeah, we talked about this. It's I was telling you how I'm not pleased with it.
Oh, that's right. You don't like it.
It's a piece
Yeah,
of shit.
I mean, I like what I see, but there's not enough there to warrant the dollar.
You're echoing our thoughts.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
there's not enough. There's not enough on
If
there.
they made it half the price or a third of the price,
Yeah.
and like $3 a month, I'm in.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Or if they did like a WB app, then maybe add a whole bunch more shit.
Yeah.
I also don't like.
Yeah.
I said this before, but I'll say it again. They should just put all the fucking comics on there. Like, why are they limiting that? Like, that's the one thing that distinguishes it from everything
The
else.
comic book was the only reason I did it.
Right.
I still like. I mean,
that's
it's
the one thing
cool.
is the access to the library.
Yeah.
Right.
And they don't give you full access.
And then you have to download it to your phone, right? Instead of just
Yeah.
watching it on the cloud. I don't want that shit on my phone.
I don't know how that works. That's a good point. On the browser,
They
it'll
got a
just
lot to
stream
work
it,
out.
but you have to. Yeah. I mean, you got Tiddens. Tiddens Jason Todd episode just aired, and that was all right.
That
I
was
guess.
interesting.
Are you watching
It was
the-
interesting.
Are you watching the Titans?
Tiddens, yes. I call it.
He calls
okay.
it tins.
Definitely watching it.
Okay,
5
hold on a
episodes left.
second. Hold on a second. You know
boy.
what? I thought about this shit about 5 months ago.
Yeah.
You assholes don't like Teen Titans Go?
Oh shit!
I've never watched one episode.
Rugs? I've never
I
watched. one
fucking
episode.
love it, dude.
No, that's your problem.
I have little kids who
You
like,
have kids, so
they
that's
watch
why.
Phineas and Ferb,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit. And then
yeah,
Teen
yeah.
Titans Go is like
Well, whatever.
It's a
for
lot
kids.
of laughs. It's not serious. I love that shit.
I heard the movie was pretty funny and had
I
a lot
haven't
of
seen
in
that.
jokes.
Yeah.
But
I just don't think they should make that. That's all. I don't think it should exist.
Yeah, because
Because it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to have anything to do with Teen Titans to be funny. It could be a completely. You could divorce the designs and everything and all the references to everything and still be the same show.
But the references, like if you actually watch the show, the references, like the passing references to the comic book, make it hilarious. Like, like the Robin character makes the show basically.
Yeah.
But they'll pull things out of the comics, like Cyborg secretly wanting to be a member of the Justice League, but he's eating a peanut butter sandwich and like singing a song about it. It's just,
but that's like totally you could do that with any other thing. You could do that with
why does it have to be the Titans? They should have just made up some other fucking
I think they could be another
to bring in a younger audience and then introduce in the later.
I mean, it's possible that when they grow up, they may want to.
I don't know.
They actually even spoof the fact, like they had the older, more serious cartoon.
Yeah.
They actually spoof it where they're like, what's the character who was like the TV guy? I forget what his name is. But there's like a villain that says, "Oh, I'll reboot you fuckers." And they're like, "You can't reboot us." And they're like, "Oh, really? I did it before." And then he's showing them the movie of like the old Titans, and they're crying. They're like, "It was so good. Why'd you fucking reboot us?" I mean, I like that show. I'm sorry, but it's pretty funny.
As I said, as Anthony said earlier, like I can't fault you for liking it, but I abhor it.
It's better than watching Puppy Dog Pals.
I mean,
well, I don't have kids.
Paw Patrol.
I don't have to watch Paw Patrol.
I don't really make a point of watching any of those shows, but like I'm just saying, like the only reason I would even look at it is because it's referencing the Titans, which are a comic book that I like.
Yeah, and
then I watch it. I'm like, okay, I get this. It's cute, whatever. I'm like, but this is really like none of these characters act like they're supposed to act. None of these they're just in name only. And I'm like, if a kid likes this and then they go to read the comic book, they're going to be disappointed. There's nothing there except for like passing references.
Well, yeah, I mean, Robin's not going to be banging pussy in the cartoon.
He does in the Titans TV show. Yeah. Holy shit. So this is why I like the Titans, because Robin is breaking bones and then he bangs Starfire. That was great. And then we got to meet Jason Todd, and it's super violent. It's like the complete opposite of the fucking...
It's also, I gotta check out there.
Yeah, which is also kind of off.
It's on the other end of the spectrum, not Teen Titans either.
But look, if you got the app, this is new.
How far are you in?
There's like 6 episodes, and I think there's 5 left. There's gonna be 12.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, I like it. It's new content. This is the first new thing on this app, so it's a huge test for them. They're gonna spin off Doom Patrol. There's gonna be Swamp Thing. There's going to be Young Justice. There's going to be a Harley Quinn cartoon. So there's a lot more new content coming, but they're not putting it out at once. They're putting out 1 week at a time.
The Superman movie's good.
That's on there. Yeah, they're putting it out. They're really stretching it out.
They're stretching the limited content they have.
There's a little bit of decompressed writing on the Titans too, which is kind of annoying. Because
it's really taking a long time for anything to happen on that show.
Here's what another place that's taking a long time for anything to happen is Game of Thrones. We're going to get in April.
Wait, let me get TJ on.
Yeah, TJ, I know you guys love the Thrones. Jess Rivera shared this link about George R.R. Martin hiding in a cabin so he can finish the next fucking book.
He keels over before he can finish it.
He hasn't finished this fucking book yet. That was supposed to come out in 2015, I believe. And the fact that the show has had to ask for his notes so they can fucking finish the show. So look, you can't rush good art, I guess, but this is a little fucking ridiculous for people who want to read these books. Now, I don't want to read these books because I heard the show is way better, way streamlined. Jason Dutch, last season is coming out April. Who ends up on the throne at the end? What's your prediction?
I honestly, we had this discussion a few weeks ago on our pod, and we, TJ is really the guy to talk to about this because he's like immersed his whole life into this show. I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones. In fact, I want to thank you guys for going back through it because it made me like remember shit.
And I love that you guys were talking about that because you were like, shit, Tyrion was the shit back in the day.
He was, yeah. I drink and I know things. But I think that if they're smart, they'll do exactly what The Sopranos did.
Oh, give you a very vague,
like all black,
ending,
where they don't
cut
show
to black,
you
and
anything.
We were talking about that too. How people still talk about that to this day.
It's one of the better because you think of like Lost with that shit show at the end,
bullshit
and Heroes. You guys don't watch that, but you should. At least the first 2 seasons.
Breaking Bad had a great ending. I thought.
I didn't watch that show, but there's so many, like even Friends and Seinfeld, terrible endings to these shows. And I
like the Seinfeld ending.
They're gonna get away from it because you can't leave Siri on the throne.
No, Cersei, you mean?
Cersei,
Siri.
yeah.
Siri. Hey,
Siri.
Siri.
Call Siri and ask her about.
Hey,
Cersei.
Siri, who wins Game of Thrones?
Maybe I do not know, but you can't leave her. I mean, Jamie Lannister would be an interesting one if you were somehow to put him on there.
Yeah.
Tyrion obviously is a possibility. It's all leading. I mean, but at this point, anybody except for
Cersei,
for Khaleesi is a little bit of a disappointment, or that or Jon Snow. I mean, because everything's pushing you towards wanting it to be one of those.
So that's who you're rooting for, I think.
How can you not? Though?
Yeah, me too.
Other than them sleeping with each other when they're related, you know.
I even like that. I kind of like that too.
He banged his aunt.
I like it. He didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know. It's fine. If you don't know,
it's a
not
Targaryen
incest.
thing anyways. So
it's Targaryens.
Yeah, everybody's doing it.
Yeah, the blood is mixed. This isn't real life.
No, but I'll tell you what, when that comes out, me and T just got to come on for that. Because
absolutely, dude.
Or on our show.
Yeah, no, we'll do both. We'll be talking about it every week. Like, how is everyone not going to be talking about this at this point? And luckily, we caught up.
Let me ask you guys a question about that. I want to know all three of your opinion. If you could only watch the last, assuming that you've seen them all, but if you can only watch the last episode of Game of Thrones, or Infinity War, and you could only watch one and then you die.
Avengers 4, you mean?
Yes, Avengers 4.
Or the very last episode of Game of Thrones.
Or one of the two. It's the only one you can choose. By the way, it sucks Stan Lee won't get to see Infinity War.
Yeah, we were.
You think he would have watched it anyway?
He's in it. You know he's in it.
But what would you guys pick?
Holy shit, that is a fucking good question. Look, since I've been into the Marvel universe longer, I gotta go Avengers 4. Even though I love Game of Thrones. But I feel like I just got onto it and I'm not as hardcore as people have been. If I had been watching it since the beginning, it would be harder to choose.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I'm a little bandwagon-y because we just caught up and I'm like, yeah, Game of Thrones. When the whole time I'm like, fuck Game of Thrones.
Storytelling is better.
Yeah, in Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I'd pick Avengers 4. Anthony, what would you pick?
It's closer than it should be, seeing as I've had a lifetime of loving Marvel and a few months of loving Game of Thrones. I'd still pick Infinity War, but that's for me to even have a debate. It shows me that, or should say that Game of Thrones is doing some good stuff for me.
It's done a lot. Yeah, Ruggs, I know you've been watching the show since the beginning.
So I could either watch the last episode,
or
only the last episode, or the last season.
We're assuming that you watched like the first. I think there's going to be 13 episodes.
No, 6.
Okay, so assuming you watched the first 5.
So you've seen the whole season of the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Your choice is: do I watch the very last episode or Avengers 4?
I watch Avengers 4.
Oh shit!
I want to see the whole season.
No,
clean sweep.
No, he's saying you'd have seen the whole season.
You would have seen
you just
the whole
need to see the season finale or Avengers 4.
Oh,
series finale of Game of Thrones or Avengers 4.
One episode, the last episode, or Avengers 4.
And you can never watch the other one.
But everybody would tell me what happened, so...
No, you're dying immediately after you watch.
Then you die, yes. Yeah. Whatever you pick, after you watch it, you're dead.
Oh, Jesus. I guess I'll watch Avengers.
Oh, shit, it is a clean sweep.
I'm Game of Thrones.
Are you Thrones?
Yeah,
you would do Thrones, huh?
Yeah, and that's not this in Infinity War because I'm
right. And no disrespect to Game of Thrones, but they're both compelling fucking characters and storytelling and spectacle.
The possibility of a letdown with Game of Thrones is way higher.
I'm thinking that
that's a good point.
I'm thinking that some of this will be telegraphed, so I could probably figure out. Yes, I could probably figure out the end. Infinity War, even though I know how there's so many different ways it could end,
but we have no idea what's going to happen. That's also
so if I watched the whole entire season of Game of Thrones, I'd probably be like, okay, it's going to be either of these three.
Yeah,
which is less than pinning it down to
not knowing anything.
Yes, and also the end is usually the last episode is usually wrapping things up. And
it won't be for this though.
And the Game of Thrones, the big battle is always the second to last episode.
Yeah, every season.
Yeah, it won't be for this one though.
Every season though, the second to last episode has been this fucking crazy. But what are they going to double it? We talked about how they spent 55 days shooting this fucking battle scene for this season. That's just crazy.
You're crazy.
One fucking battle scene. My spotted dick is crazy. Like Rug Boy, right, Rugs?
Yep.
Okay, we have some comments based on our last episode, our Stan Lee tribute. It was very
Excelsior.
nice to enough said. It was very nice to get that out, especially after going on Voice from the Underground and then having a week to process and talking with you guys.
I liked our show. I listened to it.
I think it was very good. Steve at LeftWing79 on Twitter, if he doesn't say so himself. This guy has never tweeted us before. I've never heard of this guy. At LeftWing79 said, at Jock and Nerdcast, loved your Stan episode. Laughed and just maybe got some stuff in my eyes for some parts.
Jizz.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, that was the Bukkake party, Steve. That wasn't our podcast. You were somewhere else. Adam Morris also posted great episode. Stan Lee certainly changed my life for the better. Nice to hear your origin stories as well, boys. Thanks. And then David Malofsky wrote an article for A Place to Hang Your Cape. I'll put in the show notes. Stan was there, a tribute to Stan Lee. And he said, thought I'd share the tribute I wrote about Stan Lee. Did anyone else watch Who Wants to Be a Superhero?
No.
I did
I think I
not
watched
know.
like maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Holy shit. I did not know about this show. And it's kind of a ridiculous show. This was in 2006 through 2007. 2 seasons. And it's basically an early reality show with Stan Lee. So people, it's like early cosplay. You have powers, you come, and he picked 12 of them, and then he would send them through challenges, and you would there's clips of people like saving people and doing silly things, and then one of them at the end would get a Dark Horse comic and a sci-fi TV movie based on their fucking
And
character.
did it happen?
I don't know. I never found who happened.
I was thinking of a different Stan Lee show that was on.
Yes.
Was it History
That was
Channel?
Stan Lee's Superhumans.
Yeah,
Yes, that
was
show
a
is
legit
great
show.
too. That's different. That was a legit
3
science show.
seasons.
Yes. And that was the one, like, I love some of those guys where he found that dude who could run forever. Like,
Yeah.
the lactic acid wouldn't build up.
Wouldn't build up. Yeah.
To make
Guy
it
who could,
tired.
like, put a car in his chest.
Yeah, that guy was great. That guy could literally run across the country nonstop and not be tired. They had the quick shot guy, one of the bendy guys. But this Stan Lee, Who Wants to Be a Superhero, is the worst fucking looking thing I've seen in a while. It's pretty hilarious.
All those actors are on the CW now.
Are they? You can watch all these episodes on YouTube. I'll put one in the show notes. It's called Who Wants to Be a Superhero. I never watched it, and honestly, I don't really.
I didn't know it existed.
Yeah,
Me neither. I had no idea.
Until-
It was
No, I saw an episode and I was like, this is bullshit. And then I stopped watching it.
I mean, this guy is dressed up in leotards, like saving a girl.
Looks like The Incredibles.
Yeah, the guy looks like The Incredibles. It's very, and then they gotta like scale down obstacle. It's really weird. This girl's pretty hot in there. I don't know what's going on. Check it out. Link
Your
in the
thoughts
show
are
notes.
so all over the place.
They're pretty random, just like this show. Finally, last thing in the news of the nation, shout out to Matt Telhauer, the ginger geek himself we were talking about.
We love you.
We love you, Matt. He put a sticker in Brooklyn, New York at the Bell's house on the wall with graffiti. And then shout out to Lisa Morrison, who promptly enhanced it by drawing a dick in my mouth.
Oh, shit.
As she does.
Much better now.
Really well. It is.
That's her
And
favorite thing to do.
that's the second time she's done that, and I love it. So anytime you guys want to post a photo of the nerd, she will really quickly draw a dick coming out of there. And again, nice detail with the hairs, nice shape. Well done, Lisa Morrison. Jason, what do you think of this dick in my mouth here?
It looks, it's kind of like what's going on in the room right now.
A little bit. Only it's a little bit girthier.
Does it look better in person?
Very much girthier.
It's a little bit, a little bit girthier in the picture.
It's a lot more bigly. It's as bigly as I. You didn't think I was going to make an appearance on this show, but here I am.
Oh,
President.
shit. Haas does a great Trump impression on your show. You guys, any comments on Matt's effort? Matt
On
Lisa's
dicks
effort?
in your mouth?
Yeah.
I want to see more of this. Dicks and stickers everywhere.
Yes, both. Put the stickers everywhere. I hope you guys, when you sign up, you will get more stickers. Jason, I will give you more stickers for this lovely shirt.
I'll take them. I'm going to put them on every crime scene that I.
Commit. Right in the middle of like the chalk outline. You put a fucking Chuck and Nerd sticker.
Chuck and Nerd.
And then Lisa Morrison will draw a dick on my mouth. It's the best. It's a great collaboration. Anthony, is there a Felty League update for the week? Even though we're real early this week.
I'm going to go with no.
Okay. I almost played the fucking drop.
Anthony, did you watch that Chiefs game?
Oh, that was fantastic. The Chiefs Rams.
109 points.
The thing is like I don't want to get. Yeah, it was a crazy game. By the time this show comes out, everyone will have watched the next week of football.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
it's gonna
like
be over.
irrelevant to even talk about.
It is, but I will say that I was up by, and I'm not shitting you, and you know fantasy football. I was up in my league by 74 points. And
Going
the
into
guy
this
had
game.
Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Hill.
Oh my
And I
god!
lost by 15.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'm
There's
sorry.
your Felty League update, folks.
All right.
I'm not in the Felty League. I wasn't invited.
The National Felty League update.
I just like playing the drop.
There's no reason. I mean, it's a fun league, but
Yeah.
there's
not
no
real.
money. Yeah, there's nothing
You're gonna
really.
get a
There's no
t-shirt.
stakes other than a T-shirt.
Well done, everyone. Look, we're done with this week's show. Jason, I want you to tell the listener where they can find you and give them the quick elevator pitch. what is the Voice from the Underground podcast all about?
It's a little voice that comes from the underground. Yeah, and actually, before I do that, I just want to make one real quick comment.
Sure.
I just want to say I love you guys. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given us.
Oh, thanks, man.
I did forget to mention during the, and I hate to segue, but I did forget to mention during the Aquaman. Did you guys think it looked a lot like Asgard?
It's like underwater Asgard. It's also like Black Panther underwater.
Yeah, okay.
It's a lot of that. It's very CGI heavy, so it's going to be interesting to see if it's good CGI when it's done.
It definitely looks better than
all right.
Yeah. Better than Cyborg.
There's a lot of CGI in there. But look, right back at you. I love that you guys support us, and I love every time TJ Johnson does this on your show.
Does.
Like it's so I love it. It's so awesome.
So if you guys, if there's anybody out there who is probably like everybody in the world who doesn't listen to Voice from the Underground, basically, we have a very loyal audience. We're not a huge show, but we have a very brave listener. So what we tackle is basically our gimmick is we cover a little bit of something from the world, from pop culture, something like comic books or movies or sports. It's different every week. We talk about kind of whatever's in current events, but then we also tackle a lot of social issues. We talk about race. We talk about politics. We're very anti-Trump. We've had Imran on. We've had Anthony on. We've had Matt Delhauer on. Ruggs told me to fuck off.
Ruggs needs to get on that.
Yeah, he told me to fuck off. But
I'm exclusive to this show.
That's true. He's very busy. He's a busy felty.
Yeah. So I mean, we like busy felties. A busy felty is better than a not so busy felty.
That's true.
Yeah.
But like for example, our show that came out yesterday was on intersectionality. Is it a good thing for trying to take out the Trump White House? We talk a lot about race and systemic racism, and things like the Homestead Act and redlining and things like that have affected people of color. And then again, like I said, because those topics are a little bit more difficult to listen to. We have a very, very brave audience. So our audience obviously are people who are interested in those types of topics. But as far as the pop culture goes, if you guys are interested in nerds, TJ really should probably be on this show or on Zeng This.
He loves the Spider-Man game and
Spider-Man video games, that sort of stuff. So anything with pop culture, we're going to cover it. Our motto is sort of we talk about something important, then we talk about something fun.
Yeah.
And we're not geniuses. It's just kind of a show. We talk about what we want because it's our show. And my co-hosts are awesome. Haas and TJ, I love you guys. So they do a fantastic job.
And where can people find it?
At VFU Podcast on Twitter. I actually got rid of the website because
you really don't need a website.
These days
really,
you don't
you're
need
not
one.
going to update it.
Yeah.
So.
You can find me on the Jock and Nerd page on Facebook. Just look for JASEN. You'll see my real name there. You can hook me up. You can hit me up there. You can look at Voice from the Underground on Facebook. And then, of course, you can find us anywhere that you buy your podcasts.
Wait, people buy these things?
Or you caught me in my slip. You can find us anywhere that you absorb your podcast content.
I will say this to the listener. Check out these guys' show. You guys have great chemistry. It's clear that you're friends and you've been friends for a while. But you said the listeners are brave. You motherfuckers are brave because you are talking about really hard shit sometimes.
That's why we don't use our real names.
Well, you're talking about things. That's smart. That's very smart. You're talking about things that are, but the moderate voice like you guys needs to be out there. There is a need for these kind of political shows right now. The moderate, rational, logical fucking
we're not
voice
leftists.
Needs to be represented because that's what's missing. So I got to give you guys props, man, because it's a great balance. I love when you guys talk about pop culture, but then you fucking talk about some hard shit, and it's always very well done. How long have you guys known each other?
I've known Haas since that's where I get my name Dutch from when I used to be in a bike club, Harley Davidson club, and I know Haas from that. And then TJ came across. I used to play softball with the guy, and just sort of a random. But TJ was actually a radio host on local radio.
Oh, there you go.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
So
it's a great show.
He's obviously got the velvety voice. And Haas is just one of those guys where if you follow him on Facebook, he is your whole Facebook feed, about just social injustice and stuff like that. And I don't agree with him a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes a good show.
So that's why we talk. I mean, I'd agree with him some, but, the voice of the moderates. And I think that just in closing, the podcast community that we both are a part of.
Yeah,
and I
everyone's
think this is
so
important.
great. Yeah,
yeah, it's just so great. There's so many shows and everybody's cool with each other. And it's just been an awesome experience.
Promoting everyone else, we play promos, and it clearly comes across that you guys have known each other for a while. Like Anthony Ruggs, like I just met these fuckers like 2 months ago. Like I don't really.
Yeah, your show is 4 years old.
We still don't know.
We still don't know anything about each other.
That is on purpose. We don't want to know.
No, we definitely don't talk
things
during
we
the week.
found out about each other in secret are things you'd never want to expose.
Just to confirm, Jason, am I wearing socks right now?
You are wearing church socks.
Okay,
you're finally wearing socks.
Myth busted. I am wearing socks.
You are wearing socks.
And all I'm wearing is socks and the Voice from the Underground t-shirt tied around my waist, and that's it.
You're welcome.
So get that image in your head. Ruggs, where can the listener find you?
Sleeping.
Don't wake him up. He
I will
felt
be
he
looking
needs
for
his rest.
turkeys.
Yes.
On Twitter, at Really Rug Boy.
At Really Rug Boy. And in the Facebook group, listener, it's going to be Cyber Monday, the day after the show posts. T-Public is going to have sale. Get yourself a Jock and Nerd t-shirt. Buy a nice Geek Boner t-shirt for your family. Who wouldn't love that as a gift? A t-shirt that just says Geek Boner in classic, almost looks like Coca-Cola, but it says Geek Boner. I did that on purpose. You are very welcome. Spread the show. Tell a friend. Help us grow. Thanks for listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the Nerd.
We'll peep you next time. Jason, thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you had fun.
Oh, I will.
My balls was hot.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
Jock and Nerd. I just fucked it all up.
Played it again, you fuck.
Turn off. Okay, there we go.